challenge accepted. I did a post earlier asking to be challenged because it allows me to make this feel like interdimensional cable, where sometimes you have no idea what you're gonna get. Seems like a fun way to run a channel. So to step into one of the many great challenges you all threw at me, I'm gonna make something pretty with plywood. And I'll see that and raise it to OSB. Yeah. Oriented strand board isn't the most exciting thing to look at. It's just wood chips, resin, and wax compacted and bonded. And that sounds kind of cool. Which sounds exciting, depending on who you are. But in an effort to illustrate upcycling, let's turn this into some fine art like this. Well, maybe not fine art, but pretty okay art. Mediocre art. Art. Just art. Coming from somebody that hasn't painted in a decade, so buckle up. Putting some joint compound on this and making some marks. Can this be pretty? Well, pretty's in the eye of the beholder here, but OSB and joint compound, it's already looking like a canvas from the 16th century, slightly decayed, the base material's disheveled and uneven, and overall fatigued. Just like me. Look at that. Isn't that something? Ah, yes. And look, it's a blank, white, textured landscape. So I'm gonna sand and shave off a bit of the unevenness since A, it will harsh the shadows under a more focused light source. B, it's been long enough since I've painted, I don't need any uneven lines to meet uneven surfaces. And 3, well, because that's the way the cookie crumbles, and this is oddly satisfying for some of the tism in me. And now to show you how we make the wood for the frame. Why, yes, this is some absolutely lovely white oak, and those of you that have been here know that that is from the dock and railing projects. Being a real Captain Planet over here, just reduce, reuse, recycle, upcycle every piece that you have.
The power is yours!
That's what we do. Woo! Captain's log. All right, so here is the pieces all sanded up, and we're going to use the wide edge to be the edge of this bezel. Like yeah, there we go, like this. Yep, there it is. It'll be a clean, minimal frame, not one of those giant ornate frames that detracts away from the painting itself. This one is going to just be simple, modern, elegant, smooth, lovely. Can't wait to stain that beautiful grain. To match the dock and the beam, we'll be going with the cedar tone, woodland. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. Gotsy. The frame's as exciting as making the canvas. Making stuff look cool. All right, here's my OSB and my oak frame put on, mounted. Now it's time to draw on it. So I love working in large format frames. This is 4 feet by 4 feet, but I'm gonna focus on lots of negative space and just dabble up something that comes to mind. And then in the true Bob Ross fashion, we're just gonna let it happen. So let's make some music and sample some of Bob Ross's sage advice.
you want, you can build here. This is your world. Your dreams come real here. Well, to be honest, I'm a nature freak. I love to walk through the woods and talk to the animals. Put it down in here, who cares? We'll end up turning that into reflections. We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents. Just don't worry about it. Learn how to use what happens. That's the name of the game. It's enjoying. When we do these paintings, we have a general idea of what we're going to do, but other than that, they're really not planned. We learn to work with what happens. And when you're at home, don't worry about following exactly what we have here. Let things happen and use what happens and create your own masterpieces. You first touch a canvas. If it's not the color you want, stop and change the color. Don't keep painting. Because this is your world and you can create anything that you want in it.
Want to come in? No? You're just gonna meow at me? Alright, fine. Hey, Puff. You can be showing your butthole. That's not what we do around here.
Really ought to enjoy what you do in life. If you do, then you'll do a good job. And I certainly enjoy what I'm doing.
Captain's log, it is late. And these ducks are not having it. They're like, it's dark out, go to bed. Look at that, ducking. I love these rescue ducks, so I'm going to abide by them. I'm going to give them their peace now. But yeah, it's coming along. I'm really, all you gotta do is sit and stare at something for hours and days on end, and it'll turn into something else. That is, if you're convicted enough to change it. Dark forest green. My voice is not nearly as soothing as Bob Ross's, but boy, is it just a good time. We're all looking for life to be as radiant as these colors. Unless you're colorblind, then it's challenging. It's 2024. We aim to be completely inclusive here. It's color or no color, you're radiant. Some raccoons just ready to cross the lake. I gotta say, yeah, buddy. Obviously, for those that know, this is an homage to Tina and Rocco, the raccoons that have been rescued and taken care of so they don't, carry these chickens or anything. I've always appreciated a more traditional painting with the undertones of being obscure. And to me, that looks like raccoons paddling in a canoe. So there you have it. I hope you all have an absolutely lovely day, and I'll see you all next week.